Welcome back here to Oulton Park for our final look at this third round of the MRO Powerbike Tour. Daniel Tarratt on pole for the Aprilia Aprilia 1000 Mille series. As we wait, and there is Darren Jones, number 3, who leads the standings coming here today. 50 points. Marc Ramsbotham in second place behind him. So as they get underway, who is it that gets the start? It's wet, it's windy, it's cold. Of the bike race, it's downright horrible. It looks to me like Daniel Tarratt has got the drop on the rest. He's number 2 on the bike. It's a 2-year-old Aprilia 1000 RSV Mille. And Daniel, of course, finishing second last year. And Darren Jones, his nearest rival with the number 3 plate, of course, he finished third. It's between there. So there is Ramsbotham. That's the that's number 6 bike there of John Pugh from Birmingham going through. He had, I think, the 48 bike of Marc Hoogenboom behind him. There he is, 48, Marc Hoogenboom. Now that's a very unusual name. Next time I see him at Brands Hatch, I must ask him what nationality that name is associated with. Maybe Dutch or something, or double Dutch. There is the, well, I think that's 56 bike. Yeah, indeed, that's the 56 bike going through there of Dave Cambridge from Whitchurch. He's on the Spearmint Blue Aprilia. There's several of these lads here today. Keep an eye out for them. 57, 58 and 69 all appear to be all from Whitchurch. But it's number 2, Daniel Tarratt, that leads them through. Ramsbotham in second place at the moment, number 73. Then it is Darren Jones, the series leader. And you remember these two had a really good scrap at the previous round up there at Croft, and the result just going to Darren in the end. Darren, of course, winning the opening round and the second round, but at the moment Daniel Tarratt, who missed round 1 due to the fact that he felt that he didn't have enough financial support to race this year, but he came back at round 2 on his 2-year-old bike, and has certainly showed you don't need a new bike to do it on. I have to say Darren Jones is out on his last year's bike today. He's left his new bike in the garage. It's too wet and slippery, doesn't want to risk getting scratched. I don't blame you, Darren. They're not exactly cheap, are they? Remember, the guy that wins this series gets a brand new one from Aprilia at the end of the season. Well, up the hill they go once again towards the back of the circuit, and then they'll come back around down the start and finish straight. That's number 10 there, Steve Kenworthy from Pembury. And that's the number 57 bike of Stephen Speed from Whitchurch. That's another one of those little group of lads that come all the way from Whitchurch. Either the one in Shropshire or the one in Dorset. There's several Whitchurches around the UK. But if it's the one from Shrewsbury, that'll of course be the one right by the famous Oulton Park motocross circuit. No change at the moment with the top 3. It's still number 2, Tarratt, that leads it. 48 is still the man there in 4th place at the moment, Marc Hoogenboom. So, Tarratt on the number 2 bike. Oh, and that was nearly all over for Daniel there. Power was on a little bit too soon. Ramsbotham still there second, with Darren Jones still there on the number 3 bike in third. So they come down the hill into Hiz's. This is the new chicane named after the late great Steve Hislop, who tragically lost his life in a helicopter accident last year. It certainly wasn't a good year for us last year, was it? What with David Jeffries and Barry Sheen, of course. We've lost some great names to racing. But we all move on and forward and remember them with passion and respect. That could be the number, well, I'm not sure who that is. That could be 28. Got 2 one side, 8 the other. Yeah, that's Jon Coughlan from East Grinstead. He should be used to this wet weather. It's always raining up there. That's the number 81 bike there going through, and that's Shaun Sutton from, Whitchurch again. I think they've all come from Whitchurch today. Probably wish they were back up in Whitchurch. It's actually not far from Oulton Park, so it's only just down the road, so that's why they're all here. Not far, they've probably ridden their bikes here. Daniel Tarratt still leads this Aprilia race. The battle is still on for second, and it's still Ramsbotham from Darren Jones. There he is. And the 48 bike still there in 4th place at the moment. So it's Tarratt now. Will he get the back end slithering up this time? Oh no, a little bit gentle on the power this time. It's very, very slippery out there. This is the battle for second. It's still Darren Jones in third. That is 77. Well, there he is. That's Mr. Diboll, Officer Diboll, and he's just gone a lap down on the first three. So come on, Dave, stop mucking around out there. He's a very nice bloke, I can assure you that. 23 just going through there. That's John Carson from Inverness. He's travelled an awful long way. Struth, probably raining up there as well. There's Daniel Tarratt. Well, Tarry said, I think I can maybe win it this year. Bad news for Darren Jones, because I think he had the feeling he was going to walk away with this. That looks like fourth. That could be the new fifth place man. Tarratt still leads it as they come into Falstons here, up towards Hilltop and down the other side into His. Second place, is it still Ramsbotham? No, it's not. Darren Jones has gone into second. Now, can he catch the man out front? That man, Daniel Tarratt. Well, it's not the best of days to be racing hard on any track. It's very wet, very, very slippery out there. There is Darren Jones, and already the gap beginning to narrow between himself and the leader. But Marc Ramsbotham there in third place. That's number 62 going through. That's Tony MacBride, the husband of one of our willing workers here. She's always on the start line. That's the lady with the blonde hair. You'll see her on the start line quite often. This looks like, well, is this 71? Yes, it is. That's Mark Chapman from Northwich. Again, just up the road from the circuit here at Oulton Park. Remember, Oulton Park is in Cheshire. And under new management now, of course, Jonathan Palmer. Jonathan has assured us that nothing will change. That bikes will be just as important to him as car racing. And I actually believe him, because he seems to be quite a nice bloke. In fact, he offered to buy me a pint, so you can't go wrong with that, can you? 16 coming up the hill here. That's Doug Lowe, Burton-on-Trent, with the 53 bike behind him at the moment, just going through as we look a little further back. There's Tarratt, so already in amongst the back markers. This is when it can all go wrong. There's Jonesy, there's Ramsbotham, and Ramsbotham is, well, he's not letting Jonesy get away at all. So we may yet see a bit of a scrap on for second place between those two, but Daniel Tarratt just taking it nice and steady at the moment. There's that 62 bike again, just going through, of Tony MacBride. Tony taking it equally just as easy. Here they come. That is Tarratt down Lakeside, and it is aptly named today, I must add, Lakeside, because it looks like a river. There is a lake right beside it. That's how it got its name. There is the leader through Falstons. Where is second? That's a back marker, number 81. There is second. There is third, 3 and 73. So Marc Ramsbotham hasn't given this up. We're looking back now to fourth. Is this the new fourth place man? I think it is. Yeah, Paul Rogers has taken fourth. Then we got 53. Looking for, there's the 48 bike of the original fourth place man. He's dropped off the pace just a little bit as the rest of the field come through. But down the hill into His once again comes our race leader, Daniel Tarratt. Remember, this is a one-make series. They're all Aprilia 1000s, RSV Aprilia 1000s. Road bikes, they're not permitted to change anything on the bike other than the what they call the race can and the chip. They are treaded tyres, and this series is sponsored now by Protec. There is that 48 bike going through once again of Mark Hoogenboom. Comes from Melton Mowbray. Well, anyway, checker flag went out. It was a win for Daniel Tarratt. The bad news is that poor Marc Ramsbotham crashed trying to overtake Darren Jones. So Darren Jones took second from Paul Rogers, Tony MacBride, Mark Hoogenboom, Chris Norris, John Coughlan, Ben Garner, James Archer, Mark Chapman there in 10th place. Well, that's it from Oulton Park. We go to Brands for round 4. Hope you can see you there.